Hey everyone, AstroNerdBoy. Time for week 31 roster review.
Well, isn't that special?
Yeah, I think so. Anyway, current total selection power is at 4.4 million. And if we look back on YouTube from last week's video, you will see that we were at, just under 4.3. So, growth is still going. Not super fast, but it's growing. I mean, it's a constant growth, and that's what you want when it comes to these things. So, yeah, I can't say that I'm disappointed at all. Now, the funny thing is, I've actually been using these on offense. None of these guys are above 5 stars. 5 stars, 5 stars. Oh wait, no, sorry, he's 7. But then again, I unlocked him way back when his when you unlock characters in a raid. So, and then 4-star and 4-star, but they actually don't do too bad in some arena fights. So I have not been disappointed. It doesn't mean they're too weak to really do a lot against some teams, but it is what it is. But anyway, so all right, what we're working on, as usual, hella. We still haven't hit the 1/3 mark yet because the shard drops are, of course, insanely stupidly slow. If I didn't have a 7 red star black bolt on the bench waiting to be unleashed, I would not be farming Hela or Loki up to 7 stars. But it is what it is. So it's going to take months to get both of them to 7 stars, short of getting maybe in the roster review video that we do, not roster review, but orb video later tonight. Maybe we'll get lucky with some Loki or Hela shards. I doubt it. I'm still farming Captain Marvel for the hero requirements on the daily task while she's still farmable. I know the game's passing her by, but I would like to get her to 6 stars. I moved Shuri up because I definitely want to get her to like gear 11, and we'll see it in a minute. But I did put her on a I call it a rubbish team, but it actually doesn't do too bad in blitzes. But I definitely want to get her to at least gear 11. I mean, obviously gear 12 is not a bad thing for her either. And we'll see. Resource wise, you can roll her into Dark Dimension 3, which sucks, by the way. Oh my goodness, especially when you got double Miss Marvels. Anyway, but I digress. So anyway, we'll see about that. Karnak, slow farm to 6. Can't wait to get him to 6 so he can roll out of here. But I was looking at the upcoming events for what characters are coming out as far as the legendaries and stuff. And so it'll be a while because we've already had Ebony Maw drop, so it will be a while before we see him again. But so maybe February ish, late January, early February, I don't know. But anyway, that's what Karnak's for. So I've got plenty of time, basically, is the point, to get him to 6 stars before Ebony Maw event drops. Now, the sucky thing is, I'm already in Dark Dimension 3. I don't have Ebony Maw yet, so when I hit the nodes at where he would be useful, I'm just not going to have him. So it's just, but that's fine. It's slow. It's a slow slog. It is what it is. It's going to take me months and months to get through Dark Dimension 3. So, but these are the only 5 I have on the working list, on the active list. Kind of weird that I have so few. I was going to work on like X-Men and stuff, and I did get Cyclops, I think, up to 12. If we can look at him real quick, if I can find him, there he is. Yeah, I did get him to 12, and I was gonna like put him up to 71. I was gonna do the whole X-Men team to 71, but again, kind of changed my mind, partly due to the new campaign that dropped for Doom 2. And we go to Doom 2. Now I was able to do this, but see, I don't have really good teams. So Wakanda, you know, give me a higher level. Shuri would help here, right? I brought up Taskmaster to give me a new or made him a bit stronger, I should say. But I can't really get through. I mean, last time I made an attempt, she got wiped on the first go. So I don't know. I just have so much rubbish over here. You know, I don't know really what to work on to try to improve it other than the characters I've got, because I think out of this whole list, other than maybe Killmonger, well, Graviton too, I suppose, but I think these are the best of the lot, you know, for a Merc team. And you could bring in Killmonger and add him to the Merc team, and with Shuri. So I don't know, that's a thought too. Haven't totally thought about what I want to do, but if you have a suggestion, you can leave them in the comments section below on YouTube. All right, let's roll over to Blitz. Oh, great. Yeah, this is a milestone Blitz. And a half. And I hear BlueStacks is already interfering with the music. Lovely. Okay, so no change on Fantastic Four or the Marauders team. Now, obviously, I've taken Shuri off of here because the power imbalance was insane. And I put in just, you know, this orphan ninja. Now, if you'll notice, M'Baku got juiced up just a bit. I have Wakandans at 5 stars, but I was not able to do tier 5. They're just too weak. So I am going to have to put some resources into them, get them up to, you know, a little bit higher level, just so I can do the before next month, so I can get the Wakanda event done at tier 5 and get that extra loot, especially the first time bonus for clearing it. I don't think there's been any real change on the Red Skull team. I may have put, I don't know if I had everyone with ISO 8. I think they all have ISO 8 now. No change with Hand. No change that I can recall with Supernatural. No change with Rubbish Team 1. Although I may have put I've been trying to get a lot of characters to tier 2 on ISO 8 just for the 10% health bonus. So I have been working on that, but I don't remember which specific characters. I just kind of touch them when I get to them. But otherwise, no change on aim or defenders. Although, like I said, I think I did do some ISO 8 work on defenders. And now Taskmaster went up to gear 11, so that has, you know, resulted in them getting some power. Plus, I took him just because I wanted to see if I could get through that Doom node. I did give him tier 4 ISO 8, which may have been a waste. I don't know. I do use him on war defense, so I mean, you know, there is that. So no change here, sadly. Although again, ISO 8, I think there've been some ISO 8 touches. No change here. Okay, so this is the new Rubbish team, but it actually kind of works because it has some really good sustain with Shuri and Beast. You know, and then you got evades here. Yeah, I've actually been kind of surprised. You know, he can put buffs up all over the place based on their roles, and then of course with Storm being X-Men, you know, so they have some synergies, and there's just some weird synergies here. It actually works, you know, better than I thought. So, but I needed a place for the 2 spider guys, so once the symbiotes came around. And then there's this rubbish team, which, of course, it's Ultron. These other guys are just pawn sacrifices for Ultron. So, and then of course OG Avengers, which is a fun team. I'm not gonna lie, it's a fun little team. I know one of these guys. Oh, it's Captain America has a heal deal, and so does Hulk. So they do have a little bit of sustained power, but it's not great. And Hawkeye seems to, even more so than Iron Man at a lower gear level, but Hawkeye seems to be the real squishy character here. And then there's the fun X-Men. I do like this, but like I said, I really wanted to get them to a much more powerful level, and that's because they can punch up really nicely in war. But that is still on the to-do list. It's just, kind of have to sometimes step back, and I'll keep evaluating where I want to go. I mean, she's like the weak link on this team in terms of power, so it'd be kind of nice to get her up. That was actually my next goal, was to try to put her up another gear level at least. Okay, so there's Guardians, no change there. All right, there's my kind of rubbish Cosmic team, which does okay. I mean, she's the weak link. I mean, with 6 red stars, she can hit fairly decently. But if I had her at 6 stars, it'd be a little bit better. And of course, more red stars, it'd be even better. And of course, here's the here's the amazing team. I mean, seriously, 4 stars, 7 stars, 5 stars, 5 stars, 4 stars. This team, I basically auto U70 or 71, however you frame it. The first level of U7, the first difficulty tier. One time I got, because of bad RNG, Scream and Antivenom, because I wasn't paying attention, got wiped out one time in auto. But I have put a couple more gear pieces on them. I haven't taken them to 13, but I did put, like the little purple pieces that they needed into them, and then some orange pieces where I had an excess of the ability mats, so I felt I could afford to go ahead and use them. So just to give them just a bit more oomph, a bit more sustainability. But otherwise, this team is just so insane. It's just a ton of fun. And in terms of pure teams, of course, as Guardians are now the top. This team right here is what I used to use in Arena, but not anymore. It might be, actually, this may be my war defense team, actually. I think it is. Although Ultron, Black Bolt obviously can blow through him. But since I had a 6 red star Thanos, may as well put him on defense. I mean, he's an okay tank. Everything else is just, like, this is the old BKT. I don't know where I was using BKT at. Some raid or something or other. And then these were setups I was doing for the tedious Dark Dimension 3. Obviously, I can't use Venom yet, but I've been just trying to save up resources. But Ebony Maw is like who I want to get stuff for. Of course, he's not bio, so I can, I am building up the alien spores to try to take Venom on to 13 and beyond. That's the plan anyway. So anyway, Dark Dimension, I promised I would do this too. So earlier in tonight's Twitch stream, which by the way, we play this on Twitch every Monday night. Usually starting at 6 p.m. I did start earlier today. But this is where we're at, Node 3. And as the people who were watching earlier, it was awful. Right now I have 2 Miss Marvels on the field, and they both constantly have assists now. So I mean, I did this pawn sacrifice team just to try to get rid of certain other characters doing things, and it took a few goes before I could get the RNG to work so that Phoenix could at least get her special off. But after that, you know, it was over. You know, it just... So I was hoping it was only going to be like maybe a couple more goes and I'd be done, you know, maybe 3, but now it's looking like it's going to be, you know, several more goes than I thought, just because of the stupidity of the design of this. Because you can't go after the Miss Marvels until you've dealt with the Draxes, which are out there. It's a nightmare. It's a nightmare, but anyway, enough salt there. Anyway, so that's going to do it for this week's roster review. Hope you liked the video. If you did, give me a like. That is not where we want to be. And a subscribe on YouTube. Also, there's my anime and manga blog at anime.AstroNerdBoy.com. All right, so we will have an orb video later on, and hopefully we will see you there.